Okay, for this trick, we're going to show you something. You get some skulls and some sticks, and then you can just do this. Look at the ground, left trigger or whatever it is with the controller with mouse, keyboard. You just stick it in the ground once you got that circle, right? Once you do that, you just come in here, and you get a skull. And you see that, you just place it, boom. It says skull. Alright, now you have this stick, and of course you're going to need small rocks. Alright, and then you just wait. Go up a small rock. Sit back. Anyway, the skull, look, we already got a bird on it. These skulls somehow attract birds and they want to sit on it. So you just kind of want to sit at a distance. Get aimed on one of the skulls, and as soon as the bird lands on it, you hit it with a rock. Well, there we go. And then you just, boom. There, feathers. Right? That easy. They do float up. I mean, some of them will go up where you can't reach them, but at least the game will let you reach feathers kind of far away, so you can kind of gather them. Okay, and then I'll show you the bird box that he built us. It's pretty neat. It just collects feathers for you, right? Birds live here. You don't have to kill them, nothing. You just come and get free feathers. Okay, another tip here is, on single player at least, you can go in your inventory. Time kind of stops and doesn't stop at the same time. It's weird. NPCs stop, time keeps going. So if you're cooking something, it'll burn. Day light keeps burning, but you can eat your medicines or food or whatever you need to heal you up. And you just stay in here and let it fully heal you before you look out. You'll be fine. Nothing can attack you. All that stuff will stay in position. Another thing you may not know about is you can kind of mass craft. It's not. I don't know if it's really. You can put all the things you need. So, like, if I want to make a bunch of stone arrows, for instance, I can put everything I need in here and then just start crafting them. And instead of having to wait and remove them and then put new stuff on each time, I can just put everything I want in here and then just keep crafting like this. It's pretty nice. You can eat raw meat in this game. That's fine. Fish is actually pretty decent raw. As much food as it gives you back. What's the game meat you can get? If you eat it raw, it's fine. It doesn't seem to hurt you. This would be a good time to show you this, though. It's, if there weren't cannibals here. Let's try it. So at that fire, you can hold down the button and it lets you cook your food. And whatever. You can throw in fuel, which I guess money is fuel as well. So you just kind of knock this onto the fire. And it'll cook it for a little bit. You gotta watch it, it'll burn. Okay, so as you're watching it, you'll notice it'll change colors. It'll get brown, and that'll mean it's cooked. And then you grab it before it burns. Get it off there before it burns. Alright, so now we have cooked meat. Now, the game doesn't hurt you for eating raw meat, right? So we can eat raw meat, no issue. And watch what our hunger does. So it gives us just a tiny bit of hunger. Now, if we eat cooked meat, alright, watch what it does for our hunger. Got a lot more hunger for cooked meat. So cooked meat is much better. You can throw it on the campfire here and cook it. And it becomes cooked meat, at least for now. I mean, everything's in this game is subject to change in early access, right? But for now, it's a way of recovering. Is that Kelvin up there? Okay, it's Kelvin. Anyway, it's a way of recovering meat. This takes a little while, so we'll skip forward here, but just to show you. You gotta watch it though. It's darker, it's not red, so it looks like it's already cooked. You have to really watch it. Sometimes the only indicator that something's changed is that this Pac-Man will turn green instead of red. So yeah, see, it's been cooked, but you barely saw any changes, right? So yeah, we can get it off there before it burns. Alright, now we can go into our inventory and we can eat it like cooked meat. It'll just say cooked meat. So yeah, now we can eat it. So it's a way of, and your cooked meat can spoil, and then you can just recook it. So it's a way of just infinitely refreshing your meat. So always carry meat on you and just make sure you make a campfire and you are set. So of course, to make a dried meat rack, here we go. You need to go into the storage section on the part. It's called drying rack. Right? And here you can just hang pieces of meat up. So you kill deer and whatever, you can hang them up and dry it here, and that meat should last longer in your inventory before rotting. So the fawn, the baby deer, give you the same amount as the big deer, but they can't run from you. right? You outrun them, so you can chase them down with an axe. Careful chasing them too far, though. You might run into a cannibal camp, right? So they'll give you 1 piece of hide and 3 pieces of meat, just like the big deer. Boom! Fly slaughtered. Now we have 2 deer. This will get rabbits and squirrels and other things like that, too. They all give you the same meat, so unless you're just trying to get hide, you don't necessarily need the deer. You can just put the fly swatter trap up and get things. Now, the smaller animals seem to be gone during the winter, though, so it seems to be deer. And then, of course, they move, I guess, during the winter. They're in a different place, so yeah. We'll have to, you can set your own traps off. They don't seem to do damage to you, though. They don't damage the cannibals either. And they don't hurt your allies, and your allies can't set them off. I don't think the cannibals do either. Okay, if you're out of water when you wake up, you don't get it fast enough, all your day energy goes away and you have to re-sleep. Okay, when we're talking about eating, you also can eat a drink. Technically, you would not do this. Just hop in the water and drink, right? This would make you sick. I think in Green Hell it might. So you would need to collect fresh water somehow. Like in the first Force game, you could do turtle shells right upside down and collect fresh water that way. Which again, dead turtle shells, I don't know. You have to clean those out pretty good, but still. Hey, buddy. Did you do a good job? Built those things? Okay. Anyway. So in this, you can just pretty much drink out of any water source, except for, I think, the ocean. And, yeah. If it gives you a symbol to drink, you can drink. Like some places like this won't give you a symbol to drink. Okay, so once you get into our inventory, you can see here, there's a little symbol down at the bottom. Just use the buttons it tells you. And you can cycle through. Alright. And you can... So, and you can give her stuff. So, like here, we can give her whatever this is. Shotgun. And a pistol. Now, to get it back, just highlight over it and pull the left trigger. And if she has it, she'll take it out of her inventory. If you have clothes for her, they'll be here. Okay, so we're going to take her gun back for now because she's just chilling way out here instead of at our base. So, yeah. Alright, I'm going to show you a trick with cutting down trees. So, realistically, if you cut down a tree, you chop out one side, right? You get it. I mean, I'm not going to huge chunk out of this. It's not how you do it. Anyway, you would make a V on this side that you wanted. So I'd want it to fall that direction. So I'd be chopping on this side and making a V, not just taking out a huge area. And then I would move to this side of the tree and finish it, right? And then it would fall that direction. But now, let me show you what actually is going to happen when I finish from this side. The tree is going to fall away from me. It's going to fall whichever direction I'm facing. So it's a little unrealistic, but this way you can always control which direction the tree is falling. One thing, if you haven't figured out by now, logs, you can throw them pretty far, so you can, you know, kind of grab them and throw them to where you want them. Get them kind of close and just kind of... Just careful not to hit Kelvin or Veronica. They, it does count, and they don't like you if you do that. Now you can see my house is right there. I built right next to a cannibal camp without realizing it. But, I basically killed this camp, so there's no one left here. So I just cut myself free every time I get taken over here from my house, and be fine. So you can never fully kill all the cannibals on the island and make it a safe island. Clear the island and make it safe for you to live, right? They're just going to constantly respawning. You can kill all the camps. And then when you die or get knocked out or whatever, you don't have to worry about it. You'll get taken back to a camp that no one's going to be at to kill you when you get down. Okay, let's go over some things with Kelvin. Some useful things you can do. Let's see if we can get him to follow me for a minute. So you go up to him, you get this notepad symbol, and you get all these things you can command him to do. You can tell him to stay, take a break, clear, take items, follow, get, build, stay. So what's supposed to mean, right? So build, he can do fire, shelter. Shelter, you just want to throw down a piece of tarp and put it up with a stick. He can clear it, then to get him to pick it up, he can pick up his tarp and clear shelter. Finish structure, though. Now this one's cool. You can also build us a fire. But finished structure is really useful. We'll show you what that is in a second. So you can tell him to get sticks, fish, logs, or rocks. And you can tell him where to bring it. He can fill a holder if you have a holder nearby. You can drop it where he's at, or you can bring it to you, right? Or he follows you with it. You can tell him to follow you, which is what we're going to do. Alright, we're just trying to go over the Kelvin tricks real quick. Not take up too much of the video with this. So as you can see, I have some structures started. To do this, push up on your D-pad, or however you do it with the mouse and keyboard. Anyway, and you get this book, right? So here's free build mode. I mean, this is where you build the stuff yourself. You can hold the switch mode button down, and it brings up the other book, which gives you presets. So you can put down this preset structure. Okay. And if you have a preset structure put down, such as this birdhouse here, put the book away. Such as this birdhouse, you can have Kelvin finish it, which is really useful. So you can tell him to finish the structure, right? And he'll start collecting the supplies. Oh crap, here come cannibals. Anyway, he'll start collecting the supplies and finishing the structures. Now, I don't know if he's going to pull it from the holder. Doesn't look like it. No, okay, he's going to do the supplies off the ground. So cool, so he'll leave these holders alone. Right? You can also get him to fill these holders up, which is really nice. And you can get him to bring you a pile of fish, which... So the pile of fish are gone. The candles are back, we need another fire. Okay, so... Kelvin's not super smart, so like, let's say I told him to bring logs right here. If I were to start piling logs up here, he'll just start grabbing these and moving them here. So, gotta keep in mind when you're telling him to do stuff. One thing is he can only bring one log at a time, so him bringing logs is a tad bit slower than you bringing logs back, but at the same time it frees you up to do work. Now, one thing you need to know, you can tell him to clear an area. Do like 5, 10, 20 meters, whatever you want, and then once he's chopped down enough trees that there's plenty of logs, you can, and you've already brought some back or whatever, and you know, to speed things up a little bit, and you're started the construction, then you can just tell him to bring logs back, and he'll start grabbing the logs he's cleared. Now, and you could of course help him clear the trees to speed things up a little bit faster, but he does chop trees as fast as you do, except he uses the hatchet, so it's as fast as you can with the hatchet. So keep that in mind when utilizing Kelvin there. Another thing in winter is this problem. You hit the trees and it creates this cool little particle effect with the snow's coming down, but it's not very well optimized right now. And it destroys your... Oh, no. FPS, where's Kelvin? Oh good, you missed him. You can knock... Trees can fall on Kelvin even when he's cutting them down, and yeah, that will kill him. I've had him die right next to the house, so a tree hits the house and bounces back into him as he's cutting it down. And yeah, it's no good. So keep an eye on him so when you're logging, so he doesn't get hit by trees. My hand the FPS drop though is horrible from all that coming down.